Swabsafe is designed to eliminate the risk posed to the operating theatre team by the unnecessary handling of contaminated swabs and assist in accurate swab counting, thus protecting both patient and staff. Every day around the world, operations are carried out using thousands of swabs. Each one of these operations and the swabs used pose a potential threat to not only the patient, but to the staff handling them. To minimize the potential infection risk, Swabsafe provides a system where contaminated swabs are kept away from the surgical area, thereby ensuring instruments and implants are kept clean. In addition, the patient is at risk of a swab potentially being left inside the surgical cavity, if not counted back correctly, which could result in infection of the surgical wound, with potentially serious consequences or even death. The theatre team are acting as circulators and are potentially at risk from cross-infection due to unnecessary handling of dirty swabs. Other possible risks are HIV, AIDS, hepatitis A, B and C, MRSA, Streptococcus and Staphylococcus bacteria. Swabsafe is fully compliant with the AFPP, the Association for Perioperative Practice, guidelines on swab management and handling. Each Swabsafe container is divided into 5 sections, with an additional dish for the placement of the red tie. The scrub practitioner directly discards each dirty swab into an individual section.
36 by 11.
Ensure the swab is fully contained within the section
10 by
and does
10s.
not overlap
1,
into other
2,
sections.
3, 4, 5. One
Once
red tie.
all 5 sections are
1,
used,
2,
the swab tie
3,
is added to
4,
the red
5.
tie dish in the container. After the scrub practitioner and circulator have counted together and agreed, then the lid can be secured correctly. The lid, when applied securely to a full container, traps airborne bacteria and eliminates evaporation, so weighing is more accurate. Ensure you have one lid only, which is the correct size for the container. Line up the raised area of the lid, which has Swabsafe embossed on it, with the swab red tie compartment and fit securely. Do this by pressing the corners of the lid, without tab, diagonally across the container by lifting slightly as you pull down the lid. Repeat the procedure with the opposite diagonal, using the tab on the lid to seal the lid to the container. The circulator then places the container in view of the scrub nurse. Often this can be against the wall by the whiteboard where the swabs are marked up. It is best to stack the swabs into piles according to what size swabs are in each container. The swab needle count board should be adjusted accordingly to advise the theatre scrub team that 5 swabs have been removed from the sterile field and red tie. Teaching the staff to fold the swab using different techniques as necessary will make them more aware to any smaller swabs that may be hiding inside larger swabs. The patented Swabsafe system also includes mobile stands for the Swabsafe containers and electronic weighing scales. The system is simple to use, enhances health and safety regulations, swabs can be weighed to calculate accurate blood loss. When incinerated, it degrades down to ash and water. In summary, using Swabsafe reduces the risk of swab counting errors, reduces the handling of dirty swabs, improves patient and staff safety, complies with AFPP guidelines and health and safety, assists in accurate weighing of swabs, is easy to use. It's not a change of practice, just a progression. Swabsafe, manufactured by CMS.
One of the key risks within the operating theatre is retained items during a surgical procedure. Swabsafe helps to prevent errors within the operating theatre. By using Swabsafe, it makes the counting and checking process much easier for the whole team. They can clearly see the items that are going into each of the sections one at a time, makes the counting of the filled Swabsafe container itself easier, and once those 5 swabs have been checked and deemed correct, the lid is placed upon the Swabsafe. They're placed onto the floor or onto a trolley within the operating department, where still you can see how many sets of 5 swabs you've got there. So you can easily reconcile then from the swabs that have been used, what items you've still got on your operating theatre trolley and in the operating theatre field. Everyone in the operating team can see the amount of swabs that have been used at any one time, so even the anaesthetist can take a look over and kind of estimate the blood loss, etc. So it's really clear and easy for the whole team to use. The benefits of using Swabsafe far outweigh any previous products, in my opinion. People are always reluctant to change to new products, and I think that's one of the barriers that you need to overcome when you're thinking about implementing this system. But actually, when the staff use it, start to see the benefits for themselves, see how easy it is to use, see how clear it is to keep account of all of your swabs during a procedure, then staff come on board with them and find them much easier to use and never want to give them up. The main advantages of Swabsafe are that it's a clear, visible system. It enables you to count easily how many swabs you have at any one time in the surgical field, therefore reducing the risk of retained surgical swabs within a wound. It also means that the circulating practitioner doesn't get involved in contamination from the blood from swabs, as they're going directly into the Swabsafe container now, and therefore they don't have to touch any of those swabs that have been used. Another important element of using Swabsafe is that it is a two-person check at the point of disposal of each individual swab. So the scrub practitioner and the circulating practitioner together are witnessing at that time the disposal of a single swab into the Swabsafe container and ensuring that that swab is placed directly into that section. We talk in the NHS a lot about never events, and Swabsafe is a system for reducing never events in terms of accurately being able to see and count all of the swabs used during a surgical procedure. Never events can be catastrophic for the patient, but also leave the staff feeling very stressed and very upset by being in that kind of situation. Swabsafe has improved both patient and staff safety by providing a system where swabs are easily accounted for and remain visible throughout the surgical procedure.